Welcome to the shakedown stage this morning with Thierry Neuville, our championship leader, ready to kick things off in our first glimpse of what we will discover in this brand new country, becoming the 32nd country to host a WRC event. I'm Bex Williams, alongside me is Emma Penlan, and that is our road order today as we head into the shakedown stage. Championship order for our drivers to go through it, with Neuville kicking us off, then Ogier, Tänak, Meek, Evans, Mikkelsen, Latvala and Esa-Pekka Lappi. Followed by Sébastien Ogier, who returns to the WRC with us, Teemu Suunanen, then Patelli, Greensmith, Osberg, Rovanperä and Bulasia. So, Rally Chile. This is our first impression then, and lots of drivers have been comparing it, Emma, to many different countries. Rally GB has come up as a comparison. You can certainly see that this morning. It is raining out there. There's a lot of low cloud and mist to greet us this morning. But I tell you what a challenge it's going to be.
It's going to be absolutely incredible. Yeah, brand new for all the drivers, no experience. Nobody knows what exactly to expect, but those first images we were seeing there, you're right, it looks like GB. It could be Devi, couldn't it, starting there? And we've had a bit of moisture overnight as well, but Neuville's in. Let's have a look at him. How's he going to go, I wonder? Oh, a bit wide there for starters. As you can see, yeah, really quite wet on the shakedown stage this morning.
Yeah. Quite a bit of rain overnight, and quite a bit of rain last week. We've driven some of the stages, they had dried out, but with the moisture overnight now, very reminiscent of GB out there.
Yeah, absolutely. That is Dovey. I can see it.
Dovey Forest.
There's a couple of drivers who'd be happy about that. Elvin Evans for one.
You'll hear lots of comparisons during the weekend to Australia, to Finland, to Portugal, to Rally GB, of course. Many drivers have brought up Australia as well, Japan.
Yeah, if it dries out, most definitely. And the forecast is pretty good for the weekend. Bit of rain today, but that's it, I think.
So Thierry Neuville coming up with the back of a fantastic win in Argentina. Just a couple of weeks ago, we remain in South America, just over the border into Chile, of course.
He's had a great season, hasn't he? 2 firsts, a second, third and a fourth for Thierry so far. He's going for the hat-trick here.
We'd like to know your thoughts on what you're seeing so far here in Chile. Welcome to all of you who are watching this morning. All the drivers are very excited for the challenge of this. It's a level playing field again, brand new event, brand new stages. And remember back to Corsica just a few weeks ago when we had 75% brand new stages, how much it leveled it out, how much everyone was excited about that fresh challenge. Well, it's very fresh here. It's brand new. And we're off the line now then with our 6-time World Rally champions, Sébastien Ogier and Julian Ingrassia. Ingrassia already commenting that he loves new events because it keeps him at the top of his game. It keeps him fresh. It's a massive challenge. You know, there's no place to relax. They've had to make brand new pace notes out there, of course, during the recce. So it's been critical that they get a good recce. They have had low cloud and mist during the recce as well, which they may well get during the rally. We can see it now on this stage.
Just a hint of it this morning, isn't there? That's not going to affect them too much, I don't think. But what day was it when we drove through the stages? It was Tuesday, wasn't it?
Tuesday,
and really quite heavy. Well, it wasn't fog, it was low cloud.
Low cloud.
But visibility was really poor. But yeah, again, just like Wales. Thierry having a good crack at this shakedown stage. Stage is looking pretty clean though, aren't they? Not many sort of big rocks or...
No, and that was one of the things we noticed, wasn't it? You know, there wasn't huge rocks that lined the stages. They are smooth gravel. There was some clay in certain parts of one stage, which was very orange and very reminiscent of Australia. But there are little things to catch them out. A lot of the drivers have talked about the blind crests that we have here, which, you know, you're heading towards a crest and you feel the road is heading off to the left. Actually, it's heading off to the right. So those are going to be catching the drivers out this weekend, but the stages generally have a great flow. There is some technicality in there. They seem to increase in speed as the rally goes on. But of course, you'll be able to watch that with us all weekend. With us here on WRC Plus All Live. The shakedown stage this morning is the only time we're going to see the drivers in action today. We have a massive ceremonial start later on, and we've seen the preparations going on behind the scenes for that, Emma, haven't we? We were out on Tuesday, we passed the building of the ceremonial start. It's such a buzz, such an atmosphere here in Chile already. So many people excited for the rally to be in town here in Conception, and we've had a fantastic welcome so far, so I can only imagine the weekend is going to be full of rally fever, because it certainly has so far. We'd like to know where you are watching around the world. Let us know where you are tuning in from.
Back with Thierry, approaching the end of the shakedown stage.
It's just over 6 kilometres, 6.4 Ks, this shakedown test.
Lovely natural rhythm to these stages as well.
Can he get 3 in a row is the question, Mr. Penland.
That would be something else, wouldn't it? Extending his lead again, should he do it. He's got 10 points over Ogier at the minute, 28 points over Tänak in third. So, I mean, it's never a comfortable lead, but he's in a very good position, Thierry.
They are approaching the stop control.
A lot of chatter going on in the car.
And Molly Pettit is at the stop control for us to have a chat with Thierry.
Thierry, good morning. A big challenge this weekend with a brand new event. What sort of expectations do you have?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we didn't have those conditions during the recce, so it changed quite a bit. Quite slippy, a few times surprised. But okay, the car felt quite okay, so we're going to do another run and see.
Yeah, conditions are different to the 2 days of recce. It was quite dry during the recce for them. So with the rain falling on the surface, as you can see, it looks incredibly slippery out there. It does look very GP spec. I want to say a big good morning to everyone then who's watching from Piet in South Africa, Luke in Malta, Bulgaria, the Czech Republic, Athens. Good morning to you all. Welcome along to our brand new event on the calendar. This is Rally Chile. And this is Ott Tänak, Martin Järveoja.
And Ott's going to have a massive push on this rally, I think. Disappointing last 2 events for Ott. 28 points off the lead. It's important for Ott to get a podium, at least, I'd say, on this event.
Sadly out of his hands, wasn't it, at the previous event? We saw that Toyota Yaris stricken on the stage side. The pace was there from him, certainly. We all know what he can deliver in terms of pace. He talked about the exciting challenge of this event yesterday.
Already seeing the crowds out on Shakedown. And as you said, for the ceremonial start, I can't believe how many grandstands they're building. It's massive. So expecting tens of thousands.
We're going to have a chat with Julian Ingrassia here, Seb's co-driver.
Julian, we need to hear from you and what sort of job it has been for you making brand new notes for this weekend.
Yeah, it has been a bit of a challenge. I spent 12 hours on my notes after the recce, so I guess it was the same for all the co-drivers. So now there is some action, I'm happy about it.
It's hard work. A brand new event, brand new notes, making sure they're all neat and tidy and ready to go for competition. And switch to Chris Meek now. Give you some times as well. Ogier's come through with a 4:52.3, Neuville with a 4:52.4.
Chris could go well here. I think he fancies his chances. 4th in the championship, 4th on the road on Friday, and conditions that he's going to enjoy, I'd say.
Lots of people who are watching commenting that, are you sure we're not in GB here? I can assure you we are in Chile, but today it is very reminiscent of Wales Rally GB, but I think you might pick out some other rallies when the action kicks off tomorrow morning. Should be dry during the weekend. Temperatures look good. This, I think, is the only day we'll see a little bit of rain.
Fabulous to see so many people out on the shakedown.
Oh, great. You know, they've been looking forward to the rally coming for such a long time. I've had lots of messages from all the Chilean fans in from social media in the build-up to this event. Let's find out how Ott Tänak has done then. 4:53.5 was his time through the first run of Shakedown.
Look at the state of that car.
Already, 6Ks in.
Morning, Ott. How excited are you about a brand new challenge like this here in Chile?
Yeah, generally it looks nice event, and obviously if it's dry and high grip, it should be very good fun. This one is like back to GB now, but the rally looks promising, so hopefully it's good.
We heard lots of positive comments from the drivers last night. And of course, you mentioned earlier one man who would be delighted to see that it is summer GB, is what the drivers were saying. If GB was in the summer, okay, this is proper winter GB, really. Elvin likes difficult conditions. Jari-Matti Latvala likes this kind of condition as well, of course. Good morning to everyone in Kenya, India this morning, Cyprus, who's watching. You spoke with Elvin last night. So what did he have to say?
Yeah, he's confident. He's confident. He knows the Fiesta goes well in this kind of condition. And, you know, just the contour of the road, the natural rhythm of the stage, just the way it looks, Elvin's going to feel at home. So he's going to have the confidence to push, and, you know, he's already riding high. Okay, Corsica wasn't meant to be that pothole on the last stage, meant that he dropped third, but new relationship with Scotty in the car, it's looking really positive for Elvin and the future, and I'm sure he's going to carry that confidence through on this event.
Early, 6 right cut, tightens plus leave in. Into lady, ball left sharp, entry, lady 6 right dawn, leave in. Into 5 left plus, very long, tightens 6 dawn.
Chris Meek now then completing his first run of Shakedown with a 4:53.5. So that's third quickest.
Chris, good morning. Couple of days of recce and now Shakedown. What can you tell us about what Rally Chile is all about?
It just feels like Wales in there. It's murky, dark, foggy, muddy. So, yeah, let's see. Let's try and enjoy the weekend.
Andreas Mikkelsen, what an event he had in Argentina. We saw brilliant pace, consistency of pace from him to put him second on the podium. Great event, of course, for Hyundai just 2 weeks ago. Can he deliver that confidence here? I think he can. I think Mikkelsen could be looking for a good result here.
Yeah, I think Argentina was the turning point for Andreas. It was the catalyst. I think that's going to kickstart his season.
He needed a good result. Yeah, I think he was pretty honest with himself. He hadn't been on the podium since Sweden last year. So he needed a good result. He got one. He needs to continue it on now. All eyes will be on him to see if he can deliver another storming result here in Chile.
Repeat the cruise last night. He just had that air of confidence about him, didn't he? It's obviously going to help. As you say, if he can carry it on in Chile, 2 on the bounce, that'd be an incredible couple of events for Andreas. And another driver who has loads of experience in GB.
I'm liking the back-to-back nature of these events, and so are you guys out there. We're already having messages saying we should have a WRC event every week. Let's do it.
I'm up for it.
We've got enough countries wanting to be in the WRC. I'm sure we can do it. Okay. Let's hear
Morning,
now then.
Scott. Hopefully you can hear me. The last couple of days, I'm sure, have been very intense for you. Tell us about it.
Yeah, It's been a very difficult recce, probably one of the toughest, but we've got all the notes done and I think we're ready for the weekend.
Let's hope you are, boys. Elvin through with the slowest time on the board, 4:57.1, as we switch to Jari-Matti Latvala, the most experienced WRC driver now. A man who talked at length about the stages last night. We know how descriptive Jari-Matti is. He compared this rally to Finland, GB, a bit of Portugal with the blind crests. I know right now, guys and girls, you're all seeing Rally GB, but there is a difference, I promise you. Some truly beautiful stages here.
Jari needs a result here, doesn't he, more than anybody. His motivation is high. He knows what he needs to do. Can he do it?
Andreas Mikkelsen's just completed the shakedown test for us as we continue to watch Jari-Matti.
Jatkuu jarru, nyppy vasen 8 hämää, tukki kirraa äkkiä. Jatko oikein 7. Tukki lopussa.
I'm sure he'll be in his element right now in these GB typical conditions.
I'm surprised he's not wearing his yellow lenses, actually, because it's really quite murky in some of these shots, isn't it?
10 oikein 8.
Let's switch back out then to Molly and have a chat with Andreas. As we mentioned, great result in Argentina. Can he bring that pace here?
Andreas, good morning. A first taste of full speed on Chilean roads. How did you enjoy it?
It was very slippery. It's like Wales, basically. And yeah, we to change the setup a bit, but I was okay. Feeling was fine, like expected, basically.
Esa-Pekka Lappi. Another man who does need a good result, and remember the car from Argentina. The shell had to be flown out from Europe. They had to rebuild, basically, his car. It is completely new. He's in a brand new spec, basically.
Yeah, interesting. What sort of confidence does he have in that car? You know, okay, he's having a shakedown now. I'm sure they've had a bit of a shakedown before now as well with that car, just to make sure it's all working. But yeah, no experience in this car. Brand new shell. Blown out from Europe. Yeah, and he needs this.
Big job for the mechanics to be able to get this car ready to go in action. So a big shout out to them. I know that Export went through a rebuild as well with Elvin Evans' car. So the mechanics have not been resting on their laurels between events. They have been working hard. It's completely flat in that section, isn't it? There are some fantastically fast sections of this rally.
I'm sure Esa-Pekka's hoping for a dry rally as well with his road position. Could maybe do something from the back. Second in Sweden, Esa-Pekka's best result.
He needs a confidence builder here, doesn't he? You don't want to see any heroics from him, but he does need a confidence building event. Latvala then, third quickest through this shakedown test. 4:53 is the time for Jari-Matti. So 7/10 down on Ogier's fastest run through run 1.
Jari, you're about to start rally number 201, and it's a brand new one. What do you think of this challenge?
Well, let's say this way, that I think they are great stages. Just the conditions have been a bit tricky in the recce with the fog. Now rain in the sail down. So at least we have a challenging start, but generally I think it will be a good rally.
Yeah, as he mentioned, they did have some low cloud in the recce, which made it a challenge, making the brand new notes, of course. The return of Sébastien Ogier, back with us for a little taste of Chile himself.
What can he do here? I mean, 9 times champion. But a 4th, 7th and an 8th so far in Monte, Sweden and Corsica for Seb. Not quite the return he was hoping for, I don't think.
Still getting to grips with the car. I mean, Corsica was unfortunate, wasn't it? He hit a curb on the very first stage and damaged his tyre, and that dropped him back immediately. But the good thing for him here is that obviously no one has experience of these stages, this country, this rally. It's more of a level playing field for him. We'd like to know your 1, 2, 3s out there. You have no basis for comparison, really, unless you're going to look back at some Wales Rally GB top 10s, maybe. But your 1, 2, 3s, we'd like to know who you think is going to be on the top 7 of the podium this weekend. Now, Mr. Lappy, 4:58.3, run 1, remember, at Shakedown. They'll come back into this stage again. Let's find out how he's feeling after this first taste of Chile.
Morning, EP. A brand new car for a brand new rally. How does it feel?
I think it looks quite interesting and probably quite enjoyable as well. So looking forward to the rally.
We're looking forward to seeing what you can do, EP. Don't forget, you can join us for the whole weekend of WRC Plus All Live. Watch every single stage of Rally Chile as we switch to Teemu Sulinen now. Tough event for him in Argentina, Ems. We didn't really see him at his absolute pace. It was a case of getting through the rally, and he had his frustrations about that.
Yeah, he does get a little bit frustrated every now and again. Brilliant in Sweden. But since then, it just hasn't quite clicked for Teemu that another driver could go well here. He's going to enjoy these conditions as well. They suit his style. He's primarily a gravel competitor. Still learning his craft on the tarmac, but he's going to have a good push in here. Fast, isn't it?
It is quick in sections, and you mentioned the flow of the road. It does feel like the car is dancing from corner to corner, sweeping corner to sweeping corner. And then the stage will change, and you'll get into a technical section, back out then into flowing sections. It's a really good mix.
And the reason it looks so much like Wales is these roads are forestry roads. They're designed to get lorries in and out to get the timber off the hillside. You know, they've got a similar camber, similar gravel base.
So slowest time on the board for Seb, 5:04.2. For Seb and Daniel. Let's find out what he's got to say to Molly.
Morning, Seb. Welcome back. What are your impressions of Chile and the rally and the stages so far?
Yeah, the stages are interesting overall in the rally. Quite difficult. Difficult to take the notes. Some change of rhythm, but okay, this morning I expected a bit better weather than that to take the measurement of the car and of the grip, but it's okay. I think it's maybe 6 years ago I didn't drive in this condition like in Wales, but we will see.
So who's putting Loeb in their top 3 this weekend? I bet a lot of you are. We welcome back as well Lorenzo Bertelli. Always great to see them in action, and a huge challenge, of course, for them this weekend. Don't see them on every event.
Sfiora, destra 4 più 100, sinistra 80, sinistra 50, sinistra 680, sfiora sinistra 4 più su dosso, tieni occhio.
So all the drivers may be saying right now that it's Wales Rally GB spec with the slippery, muddy gravel out there. But there are many different elements to this rally, which you will see through the course of the weekend. As Ems and I mentioned before, it's been compared to Finland, to Australia, to Portugal. You're going to see some beautiful flowing roads, fast flowing roads. El Puma, which is our long stage tomorrow morning, will be certainly very, very interesting to watch. A lot of the drivers have picked that out as one of the key stages here. Let's find out how Teemu's feeling this morning. 4:57.2.
Morning, Teemu. A new challenge ahead. What sort of expectations do you have this weekend?
Yeah, it's not going to be easy rally. It's really muddy now and really slippery, and especially Fridays really technical and a lot of slow corners, so it's going to be a difficult event.
And we switch now then to WRC2 Pro and Gus Greensmith, Elliot Edmondson, ready to tackle this event in their Fiesta R5. Still early days or early doors today, isn't it? It's only 25 past 10 in the morning here right now. Weather conditions do change throughout the day. So that low cloud, as quickly as it moves in, it can move very quickly away again, as we discovered when we were out having a look at the stages. At one point, we were shrouded in low cloud, and then 2 minutes later, it had moved away, and it was beautiful sunshine.
Yeah, we're right on the Pacific Ocean, so it comes in and out very, very quickly. Greensmith having a good push here. He's having a good season in the first, second and third so far for Gus.
Now you know you can follow us all weekend. That's where you need to go to sign up then, WRCplus.com. Come and join us for a Chilean challenge. We'll be here all weekend, watching with you, chatting away, enjoying every single piece of the action that we see.
And some breathtaking views guaranteed. It's gonna be hot, hot, hot.
Let's hear from Vitelli. That's a great
Lorenzo,
helmet.
welcome back to WRC. How do you like Chile so far?
Yeah, well, fantastic. Like, the stages are so nice. Yeah, today is wet, but we don't think that it's gonna be like this during the rally. I was struggling a bit with understeer, but even with the car not set up for this condition, was nice and drivable, so happy.
Yeah, as Lorenzo mentioned, we don't expect to see any more rain. Temperatures aren't massively high. Top temperatures maybe 17, 18 degrees we're kind of seeing in the day. As we switch now to Mads Osberg, Torstein Eriksson. Great result for them in Argentina just a couple of weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, first and a second for Mads. So going for the other first. That's what he's after here.
Well, he's had a good start to the season. He's talked about how, you know, strange it has been to step back effectively, to get into the R5, to understand the car, to adapt. Such a change from what he's used to in a World Rally car.
Can't believe how dark and gloomy that looks. Full concentration from Mads. Turn now to the corner of the mouth, as per usual.
I'm interested to see how many people we are going to see out on the stages here already. A shakedown. It's looking pretty busy, isn't it? Bringing the WRC to a brand new country, to a brand new fan base. Let's have a chat with Gus.
Gus, good morning. You know, we hear a lot of comparisons to other events here in Chile, but what feels familiar to you?
Wales. Yeah, it was strange. It just felt like a lot like Wales. The grip levels are changing so much. So, yeah, the test we got from the setup we got from the test is not quite right. But then again, it was nothing like this. But generally, the flow of the roads is really nice. Really enjoyed it.
Inconsistent grip. I wasn't sure we were going to hear that this weekend, to be honest. But there we go. At Shakedown we are. It has been raining overnight here, and there has been rain falling during the Shakedown test this morning. This weather should change, however. Now let's see see what Mads can do in terms of time. Greensmith's come through with a 5:06.4. Lorenzo Bertelli had come through with a 5:07.5. So the quickest through on run 1 of Shakedown for our WRC drivers is Ogier. Then it was Neuville Latvala. Remember, they will go back in, they will do more runs. They may well come back to service, change something in the setup, go back out again. So Mads now approaching the stop control. He's through with a time of 5:04.6. So up on Greensmith's run through there on the first pass. Should be a good battle in the WRC2 Pro class this weekend and in WRC2 itself. Got quite an entry here, which is good to see. A lot of R5s battling out together in a myriad of conditions. How's Mads this morning? Let's find out.
Morning, Mads. Brand new challenge with this new rally. What sort of job has it been the last couple of days for you two?
Yeah, it's been a big job for sure to make all the pace notes and to discover a new event, even in very tricky conditions during the recce. But it's a really nice event. I enjoy all the stages and I enjoyed the shakedown as well. Quite slippery, I would say.
He's a happy man, isn't he? Okay, so there's the classification then through run 1 of Shakedown with Ogier topping the table, then Neuville, Latvala, Meek. There's hardly anything between them, though, as you can see from the times. Then Tänak, Mikkelsen, Evans and Sunanen. Wrapping up the top 10 then, it's Lappi and Loeb for us, with Osberg, Greensmith and Bertelli to follow. And that's it from our Shakedown test this morning.
Good morning, rally fans. How are you? Welcome to All Live. This is Sébastien Ogier.
All Live is the best thing to happen to this sport since Colin McRae passed his driving test.
We've had live TV before with rallying, and you have it maybe once a weekend or twice a weekend, but All Live's every single stage, 30 hours of footage on a rally weekend. You just can't get enough of it as a rally fan.
Now you can watch that stage and you can watch as the drama unfolds. We get into the service park, we get behind the scenes, we get interviews that you may not get. This is a new generation of watching rally as it happens. You live and breathe every moment.
Get all the action, all live. Anywhere, anytime.